Turkey is a very beautiful country and it has a lot to offer in terms of business wise, technology wise, and all those good stuff. Today's video, I want to share with you some of the machinery or some of the technology here, small technology here that I think they are super effective and they can do even much better if they are actually brought to Africa or if you import from Turkey to Africa, and not only Africa but to the rest of the world. These machines, some of them they are complex, some of them they are super easy, and I just want to share with you a few of them. Actually, I'm going to be sharing at least 10 of them, so that if you're thinking to invest as a small person in terms of business wise, or if you are big enough to afford some of the machinery that I want to mention, you are actually welcome to do so. And if you have any inquiries, let me know and I'll keep you updated. Otherwise, I'll be drinking some Kenyan tea while we are talking. So while I was thinking that this video gonna be having with no any background noise, my little girl, she woke up, my son also woke up. So you're gonna excuse me if you're gonna be hearing some little noise here and there from the background, but otherwise she's here, she's settled, she's writing something, and I'll be talking to you while she's doing her own thing here. Now the very first one, or the very first, a simple but very effective machine that I think can be very useful as a person, especially if you're diving into business wise, it is about the coffee roasting machine. If you have ever been to Turkey, you will understand that they actually consume coffee as well as tea throughout the day, and coffee is a major beverage or a major drink here, and they have a lot of different kinds of machines when it comes to actually roasting and making the coffee. Okay, now if you are thinking actually to give your clients, maybe you are dealing with coffee or maybe drinks or beverages or different kinds of things that require coffee, then actually investing in machinery like a machine like coffee roaster machine, it's so effective and it's gonna be so profitable. Okay, so these machines can vary, they depend on your pocket, like how much are you going to invest in. We have the major ones, we have the small ones. If you are just starting your business, or if your business is not too much large, you can actually give it a try and invest yourself in this kind of small machine that can actually roast coffee, and then you can be reselling, or you can actually, if you are owning your own coffee stuff, you can do it. Coming at number 2, we have the olive press machine. Even though I have to say, like in Kenya, we do not have plenty of olive trees, but in Africa, the whole of Africa, or maybe other parts of the world, we have people who are investing in actually in olives, and we get olive oil from the olive trees. Of course, right now is the season for olive harvesting. I'm gonna be taking you maybe throughout my, or maybe one of my videos, maybe in my next videos, I'll be taking you to the village to see how we normally pick the olives, and then they're gonna be going to the machinery station or to the factory so that it can be processed and we get the olive oil. Actually, in my house, we never buy olive, or we never buy oil that we use from the supermarket. We rarely buy. Most of them, they come from our own land, like we harvest and then we send to the factory, and then it is harvested, and they are like, we bring it here so that we can use throughout the year. So we are blessed actually. Now my point is, my point my point is, if you can invest yourself in let's say if you are dealing with oil, or if you want to invest in business in terms of oil, remember olive oil is super effective and also super expensive even in Kenya. Now if you can get this machine, of course you're going to be requiring, or you're going to be needing olives, the olives that they are ripe, so that you can press and then get the oil out. That one you can also do it, you can import from maybe from Turkey or from wherever you are, and then you can give it a try by actually getting this oil. Now What if you don't want to make olive, like you don't have olives or you don't want to invest into olive oil? You can still use this machine maybe to make different kinds of olive oil. For instance, we have sunflower oil and other the rest. Okay, different kinds of oils that you can actually use this machinery from Turkey and then do your business. Okay, so that is an idea, or that is my next or my number two machine that I ask, or I'll advise you, or I'll highly recommend you to try if you are starting or if you are venturing into a machine. Now, let me make something clear. When you are actually thinking of actually importing from Turkey, let's say something like machines, you must make sure that you are getting from reputable companies or suppliers. And also you must make sure that you are dealing with the people that can actually go and see. Maybe if you are abroad, you don't want to travel, people can actually help you to see the production line. They can teach you how the machine is operated. And also you have to bear in mind the shipping and the taxes of actually importing machines from another country. It is a good idea that I think it can work even in Africa. What do you think, guys? Coming at number three, we have the yogurt maker machine. Now we have the larger ones and we have the small ones that are actually just let's say home appliances. Now if you are just starting out, maybe you want to venture into yogurt making, you can give it a try. Maybe you can get a small machines for making. We have a lot of them even on Trendyol or the online stores here in Turkey, and then make your own yogurt and start reselling or packaging or actually doing your business. If you are a big person, maybe your business is large, you can venture into big machinery for making yogurt, just precisely for making yogurt. Okay, remember you're gonna be required to actually bear in mind stuff like if you are dealing with food, you're gonna be bear in mind in terms of taxes, in terms of actually hygiene wise, health wise, those insurance and certificates. But investing in small machines like that as a starting person, I think it is a good idea that can actually do well. uh, because remember, not everybody knows how to make the yogurt or how to actually get the best yogurt machines. Okay, so it is a good idea, you can give it a try. Now, coming at my number four, we have the nut roaster machine. Uh, Remember these machines, like I said, some of them they are large, some of them you can find in the smaller ones. Even right now, I'm eating some nuts. In Turkey, I think they call them fundik or something. So, and also nuts are a major thing here in Turkey. Like in every home, whenever they have chai or maybe whenever they have guests, you can serve your guest these ones with just plain tea. Okay, so it is a major thing, and they have different kinds of machines to actually roast their nuts, even to make their nuts like the way you, let's say, for instance, the chestnuts, not the chestnut, the hazelnuts. Remember, Turkey also is a very big country when it comes to production or actually exporting nuts, different kinds of nuts and dried fruits to the world. So they have invested in terms of machinery, and these machineries or these machines come in different varieties. We have the smaller ones, we have the larger ones. So if you are just a startup person, you can invest into the smaller ones to actually roast your nuts, depending on which one, maybe the peanuts or ground nuts or jugu, the way we normally say in Kenya. And then instead of you actually spending a lot of time roasting or making your nuts or maybe your ground nuts, and sometimes they are actually burnt like for me, sometimes when I'm cooking the ground nuts, I normally burn them, and then I think like, oh, why did I have to do this? Okay, so instead of you actually going to give your customers the things that have been banned, why don't you just invest into simple machines like the nut roaster, and then give them very nice nuts that are actually delicious and also ready made. And something to note is actually about packaging. We also have machineries for packaging, small packaging. For instance, if you buy or maybe you even plant your own ground nuts and then you roast them in the machine, and then you have the packaging machinery or machines, you can save a lot of money, and also in return you can get if you want to give your customers or your clients something different, something good, invest into this kind of machines. I even remembered when I was little, like when I was young, still young, a teenager, I used to sell some groundnuts to my fellow students and also to people just around to make some little money here and there. And it was a good business. But by that time we did what we didn't have the packaging machines, or we didn't have the packaging, like we didn't have the papers and everything. We just wrapped in magazines or so, and then we sell them. Okay, so it is a good thing to invest in, especially for the nuts, or people who are into grains in terms of nuts. Now, coming at my number 5 or my number 6 is actually carpet weaving machines. Now, carpet weaving machines, I'm going to tell you in two different ways how you can actually, they can be very useful and also profitable in terms of business wise. Now, if you have money, you can invest into these machines, kind of machines. And if you know Turkey produces high quality carpets, okay, and of course the machines that I'm making, they must be very good in terms of actually production. So if you can invest in such kind of machines, and then you just make carpets and then resell them or sell them, you're going to be making some good money. Now, if you actually want to also venture into maybe the carpet thing, stuff, and you give your customers the best, especially for those who already own their carpets, you can venture into the machines for cleaning, like carpet cleaning machines. These machines are so good because most people have carpets. Like for me right now, I need to change my carpets because the kids already put some stuff each and every time. Even though mine, I normally wash them maybe after 3 months, maybe 2 months, that period. Okay, I don't normally remove each and every week. Okay, that is so tedious, I don't know, but it's just heavy work to remove all of them and replace and stuff like that. And also I have small liquids or cleaning stuff that actually help me when the kids just make a mess. I just clean with it, and then the carpet is clean and good to go. Okay, but if you are thinking in terms of business wise, like if you have more clients who require their carpets to be cleaned, investing in the carpet cleaning machines is a good idea, because you're going to be making some good money actually if you have more clients. Okay, and by the way, these machines can be found here, and there are plenty of them, and they are amazing in terms of production. Okay, now, and I'm not just limiting you into in terms of actually the carpet machines only, but we also have different kinds, variety of machines, small appliances that are very useful in terms of cleaning, that you can get from here in Turkey and actually do them or use them in your business. Okay, there are a lot of them. They are very effective, even just the small ones, like for shaving, something like that, you can get at a wholesale price. Or maybe something just like, maybe let's say something like, maybe you want to clean somewhere in your house, you don't have good product that can clean. We have different kinds of liquids here in Turkey that are so beneficial when it comes to actually cleaning. If you are into cleaning company, you can invest in this kind of small machineries or small products, and then you're gonna see a very big huge in terms of change to your clients, in terms of actually profit. Okay, let me know in the comment if you like my content. If you want me to do more videos about the stuff that I'm talking about, I'll be happy to hear from you also. If you have any questions, let me know again. Now, let's talk about agriculture. We all know agriculture, even in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, it is a very big thing, because people need to produce for us to eat. Like we need to produce more, and also we need to eat. Okay, so agricultural products or agricultural manufacturing, not agricultural manufacturing, actually agricultural machines here in Turkey, they are so in demand, and also they are so effective because remember, Turkey produces a lot in terms of agriculture, and their machineries. Let's say if you have money, you want to invest into larger business, or maybe you want to do something that you don't do, like it's not done in your country, you can invest even into these tractors that I normally see, like they harvest, they plant, they collect, depending on your pocket, or depending on the demand that you want, or depending on the kind of business you are doing. You can invest in such kind of machineries or such kind of machines, and then see how it's gonna go, because I'm quite sure it's gonna be very effective in terms of actually time, and also in terms of actually the quality wise, and also in terms of actually giving other people job wise. Okay, because for it to function, someone must operate it. And also it depends, people love new things, people love new technology, and when someone sees you have something good that is unusual or that is not in the area, they're gonna come and do business with you. You can rent it out, you can do whatever you want and make that little coin. I'm really sorry, my son was here and he was making, or they are making a lot of noise, background noise, but at least you are understanding what I'm saying. Okay. Now, last but not least, because of the kids making too much noise, I want to start by actually talking about textile and garment machineries or machines. In Turkey, if you have been here, like textile companies or factories, they are major business here, and they are doing very well, and people are working, they are employing. In fact, many people, many families here, they work in this kind of businesses. Of course, the high quality of like the high quality, and also the demand for the garments or different kinds of outfits, it's so high, and the machineries or the machine that they are using, they are also very good. So if you are thinking of investing into something, maybe having your own machines in terms of production of outfits, or maybe different kinds of garments, then it can be very good idea if you think about these machines. Okay, now I hope you have actually liked this video, and you might have maybe suggestions or maybe ideas. I would love to hear from you. If you are into business, which business are you into? If you're thinking of a business, what business are you thinking about? If you're doing business, congratulations to you. And what kind of advice or what kind of question do you have for me? And I'll be happy to read some of your comments. Now, until next time again, I'll see you. Gracious.